I want to introduce you to the deadlift exercise. In the top video, Dwayne is acting as the beginner lifter, whereas the bottom video, Dwayne is acting as the advanced lifter. I've studied through the weight training Steps to Success by Thomas Beichel and Roger Earl to help me with my analysis. The deadlift is an exercise that begins with the bar stationed on the ground, progressing to a standing position and then lowering the bar back down to the ground to complete one repetition. Begin the lift with the bar on the ground. As we notice in the beginner video, that Dwayne is standing up. He is using excessive energy to put the bar onto the ground to start the lift. I would also be concerned if there was heavy weight on the bar and the technique he used to get the bar up to begin this lift. Now that Dwayne is down in the beginning position, I would like to explain how you begin your lift. Begin the lift by gripping the bar slightly wider than shoulder width apart. You also want to place your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. You want to ensure that your elbows are tucked in. As we noticed with the beginner lifter, Dwayne's elbows are not tucked in, whereas with the advanced lifter, Dwayne's elbows are tucked in and straight down. Once heavy weight is added to the lift, the beginner lifter can cause significant injury to the elbows. As the instructor, I would ensure that the beginner lifter knows that this is not okay with the lift if he is going to be adding heavy weight. We need to have this. When you're used to having your elbows sticking out, it can be very challenging to pull your elbows in during the lift and to get used to that. Although, once this change is made, you will notice a difference in your lift. We also notice with the beginner lifter that his shoulders are rolled forward, whereas in the advanced lift, his shoulders are straight across and not rolled forward. Having these rolled shoulders forward can create tension on the neck and can also lead to a rolled back. It is important to inform the beginner of this proper shoulder placement to avoid injury. This can be easily changed once the lifter knows they are making this mistake. An easy way to correct this mistake also is to ensure that the lifter's eyes are focused straight ahead and not down at the ground. Another crucial part of the deadlift is the individual's knees. Because the deadlift is both a back and leg exercise, it is important to have your knees engaged and forward throughout the lift. We noticed that in the beginner video that his knees are leaning inwards, which can cause his hips to overextend. To correct Dwayne, you can remind him to focus on his knees during the lift. Once the knees are corrected, the entire lift will change. Now, as Dwayne continues the lift, I want to point out the difference between how he's holding it. So we notice that Dwayne is going up nice and straight with the advanced video. He is formed in a straight line. His elbows are locked. They are straight. He is fully extended. Whereas in the beginner video, his elbows are at an angle still, which, like I said, can create that tension to the elbows, which can cause tear over time. His neck looks very awkward. And as the video continues, he does not have as straight as a back as the more advanced lifter. The advanced lifter, Dwayne, is upright and straight. His arms are fully extended, and he has ensured that he has squeezed in his glutes. His glutes are definitely squeezed in more there than there. By informing the lifter on the importance of squeezing in his glutes to complete that full lift allows his shoulders to extend more backwards, he is straighter, and he will benefit more from the lift. Also informing the beginner who is lacking these key components on the importance of completing this lift fully when there are significant weight added can ensure proper technique to avoid injury. This lift is not just important when coming up though. You have to ensure that you continue the proper technique while you go downwards as well. We notice that Dwayne is kind of awkwardly looking down with the beginner, where he's looking straight, keeps the flat back during the lift.